Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Yellow. In the last part, which was quite a while ago now, sorry, we took on the game corner. We finished up the game corner more accurately. And in this part, I think our plan was, well actually I don't think I knew what our plan was. I think our plan was to go and take on Erica, just to get her out of the way. Item? No. We need Cutty Wutty here. Because, like, the thing is, like, you can pretty much, I didn't really think about it, but you can pretty much do anything now. Like, you can pretty much go to either Pokemon Tower or the Silphco or fight Erica. It's pretty open. Oh my god, here's that creepy old man. This chemical drink is full of women. He just had to get the Lenzo voice. Isn't it kind of funny how, oh, I might as well take these guys on. Isn't it kind of funny how, like, when, apparently I can't sit with them, isn't it funny how, like, when you start LPing, and if you're the kind of person who does voices or whatever, like, I found that, like, I used to do voices more before in my LPs than I do now. I don't seem to do it as much now as I did before, but, like, it's funny how, like, if you do voices, you end up kind of doing the same voices and, like, giving them to different characters. Like, I remember back when I did Wind Waker, there was, like, the Samuel L. Jackson character, there was, like, the character with the Lenzo voice, like, Lenzo, obviously, who had, and then who was, like, basically, like, Lenzo's voice was pretty much then, like, that Mothman guy from, that episode of Kenan and Kel with the comic book convention, you know? And there was always, like, a Samuel L. Jackson character in my LPs afterwards, and there was well, except for Metroid Prime, but, like, there was always, like, a Samuel L. Jackson character, and there was always, like, a Lenzo character, and there was always a character with this voice, and always a Boggy, like, after Banjo-Kazooie, after the whole Boggy thing, like, and Boggy was just crazy. Like, after that, there had to be a Boggy in every game afterwards as well. And I remember Boggy was, like, the flowers in Super Mario Sunshine. And who else was Boggy? There was, like, there was someone help poor something or other. Anyway, I definitely had, like, Boggy in another game too, you know? And it's funny how you, like, just, like, you establish, like, a lot of the stuff that you do in every LP afterwards, you establish in, like, your first LPs, and for me, I would say, like, that would be Wind Waker, like, because Luigi's Mansion was, like, my first LP ever, but it was kind of, like, that was a really weird experience, because it was the first time I'd recorded anything ever, and it was kind of a short game. So I remember in Luigi's Mansion, I just used to, like, talk about stuff, like I do now in Pokemon Yellow. But then I remember, but like in Luigi's Mansion, you don't really talk to that many characters either. There's, like, Egad, and he already has his own voice anyway, so you can't really give him a voice. Like, you can't, like, say, like, oh, I think Egad is going to sound like Captain Kirk from Star Trek or something like that, because he already has his own voice, do you know? And he sounds like a Pikmin or something. But, like, and then, like, Wind Waker was the first game I played. Like, the second game it was the second game I LP'd overall. Why did I do that? Getting trigger happy. This might kill it anyway, knowing Pikachu and how ridiculously, yeah, there we go. How ridiculously strong it is. Oh, I might, like, no, I said I was going to save that rare candy until the end, because I had that whole conversation about, like, the logic and of using rare candies and when to use them and when not to use them. See, this is the thing, I'm going to get up to Erica, and I'm going to be, like, I'm probably going to be at full health when I get up to her, but there are, like, lots of trainers in here, but I'm still probably going to want to heal because, no, I'm not the Peeping Tom, I'm still probably going to want to go to the Pokemon Center just because I don't have, like, have, enough PP to take her on with Body Slam, because Body Slam's going to be important in that battle. I'm just so delighted I taught Pikachu this, because it just makes him ridiculously able to sweep now, regardless of type. But yeah, Wind Waker was oh, I forgot about that Ivysaur sprite, how ridiculous, what a cool sprite. It looks very sassy, like it looks like Missy Elliott or something like that. Oh yeah, it didn't affect me. But congratulations, Ivysaur, you're my #1 customer. You're the first Pokemon in this whole gym that hasn't been taken out in one hit. But yeah, like, Wind Waker was the first game I LP'd where you actually, like, well, first of all, where I had, like, confidence, because it was the first LP that I started when I already had a viewer base. It was the first LP I started when I already had a viewer base. It was the first LP I started when I'd already got to know other LPers. And, like, then, because I'd already got to know Hedonia37 during Luigi's Mansion. Like, I always forget about that. But, like, a lot of the people that I got to know during Luigi's Mansion. Wind Waker and Pokemon Yellow, like, those first 3 LPs is where I, like, got to know all my, like, LPer friends, like Pyro Dragon and Splitable Infinitive and Kickbutt Toaster and Gavolt and all of them. Like those first 3 LPs, I really established, like, a friend base, and I think that kind of happens in general anyway. But it was really, really, really cool, and I don't think LPing is as easy to... I think it's a lot harder now to establish that kind of a circle of friends than it was then. For some reason, I just don't think there are as many people LPing now as there used to be back then, or as many kind of people LPing in that same way that we were doing, because we all kind of came from the school of, I suppose you could call it the kind of, like, classic school of just sitting down and not having a load of bells and whistles and pop-ups and this, that's, and the others, and just, like, sitting down and playing a game that we liked, or playing a game that we'd never played before blind in the case of Amanda, and just talking and cracking jokes and doing funny voices and just having a good time. And I don't think there are as many LP peers out there now that are doing that. It just seems to be like, or the people that do it, they find it really hard to break into like get a viewer base or to get, like, a circle of friends, because there are so few people that do that now, you know. It just doesn't seem to be the way things are, like, geared. But yeah, like, I got to know Hedonia during Luigi's Mansion, which I always forget, which is, like, really crazy. But then, like, Wind Waker was, like, the first LP that I did where, like, you actually talked to different characters, and where you actually did, like, where you got to do, like, different voices for different characters and stuff like that. And it was really funny. So, like, since in Wind Waker, every character is pretty unique. Like, they all got, like, a unique kind of a voice, and it was just kind of fun, you know? And then a load of those voices just carried over into every other LP I've ever done ever since. Though I don't think... Did Wind Waker have, like, a Maximilian Pegasus? I don't think Wind Waker had, like, a Maximilian Pegasus. Because I think, like, that came, like, doing, like, a Maximilian Pegasus voice, and it's not even Pegasus. It's, like, it's, like, the making fun of Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, like, that's what it is. Oh, Execute, I love you. It's, like, not even Maximilian Pegasus like he is in the show. It's, like, the fun Maximilian Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is what we used to do. But that came from some conversation with Amanda. I can't even remember what it was, but that, like, and then, like, in both of our LPs at the same time, we each started doing, like, Maximilian Pegasus voices for different characters. It was really funny. But yeah, there was, like, a little, like, funny little conversation just about like, my LPing history. How fun is that? Did you ever think it was almost like a documentary or, like, a podcast? It's like if I got invited onto, like, an LP or a podcast, that's what it would have been. I wonder, can you, like, dig out of here? Can you dig, trio? No, apparently Professor Oak doesn't like that. I'm going to, like... Well, no, I'll just walk with you back to the Pokemon Center, who cares? You know, I'm not that kind of LPer that cuts out everything. You know, I did do, like, a good bit of cutting in that ukulele video. Did you like that, by the way? Because, like, I just did it because it was there and it was really fun and I actually wanted to play it, so I said, like, I'd do, like, a first impressions thing. And I've never done a video like that before. Because, as I say, like, that's not... Like, that's another style of Let's Play that there is at the moment, is just kind of, like, picking up games that you've never played before, playing, like, the first 20 minutes, or doing kind of, like, one-shots of it, you know? Or doing, like, a hands-on, or doing, like, 3 to 4 videos just to kind of have, like, a little look-see at it, and there's no kind of commitment to actually play the rest of the game or anything like that, which is cool and which is legitimate as well. I really like that because it's kind of like what we used to do when Kyle and Alan did Classic Sega Summer. No, thank you. I don't need this. I'm already healed. Thank you. When Kyle and Alan did Classic Sega Summer, invited everyone to take part. That's kind of like what we used to do. We used to do like one video kind of snapshot looks at kind of cool games. And that's kind of like another style of LPing that there is, where you just kind of take random looks at games and maybe just for a couple of videos, and there's no commitment to actually finish it or anything like that. Which is legitimate as well. But like, I'd never really done anything like that outside of Classic Sega Summer before. Like, Classic Sega Summer was kind of the only time I'd done something like that, really, I think. Where I didn't kind of explore the game properly, or more to a greater extent. So I just thought it was really fun, and I was like, oh, I kind of really want to do this, it seems right, I'll just like record a nice relaxing video where I play around in here. Will we save? I don't need to save, taking on Erica. Oh dear, I must have dozed off. Welcome, my name is Erica, I am the leader of Celadon Gym. I teach the art of flower arranging. My Pokemon are of the grass type. Jeez, I want to fight you, I don't need your like life story. Apparently, this is the video where I talk about my life story, or at least my life LPing story, not you. Erica was such a bitch in the cartoon as well. Like, that was just so funny, that whole thing about, like, Ash didn't even fight her, didn't even ever beat Erica, that's the funny thing. Will I set up some double teams while I'm, like, on this Tangela? I might as well. Why not? Constrict, that's okay. Constrict is the one that only like hits once anyway, so I might as well set up some double teams, because I'm not going to be able to take out all their Pokemon in one hit. I'm going to get to that. Like, she has like a Tangela, a Weeping Bell, and a Gloom, isn't it? Because actually her Pokemon aren't as strong as they were in Red and Blue. Like, in Red and Blue she had like proper like fully evolved Pokemon, but these are again like the same Pokemon she had in the cartoon. Which I think is really cool. Like, they've never done that ever since. Because, like, well, they couldn't really ever do that again, you know? Like, it wouldn't ever, like, because Pokemon was, like, a worldwide phenomenon at that time. And there were people who never played the games, who still got the cards, who still watched the program and still watched the show and things like that. Which I don't think you could say about Pokemon now. I think the people who are interested in Pokemon now are, like, interested in, well, except for, like, Pokemon Go. But I think I, like, talked about this already, that Pokemon Go was like the first time since like back then that people have been interested in Pokemon, or people have like interacted with Pokemon who haven't played the games, or who didn't like view like the handheld games as like the first port of call, or like the main event, you know? Because I think in between the Pokemon phenomenon of like 99 and 2000 and whatever, and now, since like Pokemon Go, the people who interacted with Pokemon were like the people who played like the handheld games, and then they were interested in all the other stuff as a result of that, or peripherally or whatever. Whereas like back then you could make a game that was like based on the TV show, because you knew that everyone watched the TV show as well. Yeah, you concede defeat, I kicked your ass. That double team turned out to work out well, because if I hadn't used double team, they probably would have hit me with sleep powder. We'll make level 50 Pokemon of Bay. I can't read properly. I keep trying to put like F's in everywhere. It also allows Pokemon to fuse strength in and out of battle. Now it just sounds like she's talking on like a radio or something. Please also take this with you. And I received a TM for Mega Drain, which I will never use. I was actually going to say something there that would have been like an immense spoiler for something that I have planned, but like, I'm not going to like say it, obviously. We have like some time. Well, no, it's like we've been recording for like what, 40 minutes? What could we do? Do you know what I could do? I might as well just go to the shop and buy like, no, I'll do that in like the start of the next video. Because like, I don't want these videos, I hate putting up videos that are like 18 and 19 minutes long. Like, I don't know, maybe you guys could give some input into that, because like, personally, I like videos to be between, let's say, like 13 and 17 minutes. Like, I don't like videos, or like 12 and 17 minutes, that's kind of like the sweet spot for LP video lengths as far as I'm concerned. I think like 15 minutes is like the proper goal because I think like it's ridiculous to expect people to take more than that amount of time out of their day on a regular basis. Like it's different like when one video or two videos every now and then are like 20 minutes long or 24 minutes long. Like I've done that with Hatful Boyfriend and with this and stuff before, and with all the LPs. But like I think like in general, on a regular basis, it's too much to expect people to take more than 15 minutes out of their day to watch a video, you know. But anyway, we're going to continue in Celadon City in the next video. I'll say thanks a million for watching this part, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.